we know a lot of people on name-to-name basis, which makes people want to come back and meet us. The other things are, like, as you see on our notice board and stuff, we've got a lot of things about local organisations, a lot of stuff about Bolton, so people can come here and find out stuff about their local town which they might not be able to access in any other place in Bolton. So we are part of, like, heart of the community really, because we're letting the community know things that they want to know. We're kind of like a catalyst of thought for them.
The impact has been quite extraordinary. It's sort of softened the atmosphere. We live on a residential estate, we're surrounded by concrete, and so to have all this thriving, real healthy nature has sort of changed the atmosphere.
When we first set the project up nearly 2 years ago, we were aware of this particular area of town is where a more affluent community live. But because of the nature of the project and the fact that we're helping young people from other parts of Darlington and other parts of the North East, we saw this as an opportunity to really engage different parts of the community in this project here.
What we find is that everyone who comes to us for training isn't doing it just because they want to do some training, it's because they want to do something within their communities. We know of many, many stories where people come to us, get training and start their own community garden, but there are even many more that we don't know about, and it's that ripple effect that moves through the city that I think is really exciting.
So high, I'm gonna fall for you.
Community growing, it is a network of groups coming together at any one stage, learning from each other. And we've got a Somali Integration Centre, which I visit once a week. They're also talking about not only just doing food growing, they're also doing social care, learning English language, being able to come out of the household, integrating not only with the wider community, but with other groups as well. And I'm from a Caribbean background, and we are actually I'm learning how to speak Somali, and they're also trying to learn a bit of Creole at the same time. So there is something there for everyone, and it's very harmonious, I must say.
We were approached about a year ago by an organisation called Riverside, who are interested in setting up a bakery at a facility at Catterick Garrison to help ex-serving soldiers who are homeless in terms of rehabilitation and also vocational training. So in partnership with Riverside, we set up the Veterans Artisan Bakery, which is doing a lot of similar work to the work that we're doing here with the students with ex-serving soldiers that are suffering some post-traumatic stress disorder.
As well as people using their skills here, they take them into the community. So we saw 33 new green spaces in Manchester as a result of people working with us. So ultimately the community garden movement in this city and Greater Manchester is the better and the richer for having us there as a model. But on another level is that we can use the expertise that we have to support further growth in the city.
What we've got here is 35 individual tenanted plots, with each tenant essentially doing their own thing, but sharing good practice, growing tips, just community with other members on the plot. And what we've done essentially is to scale that up. So it's not just on one allotment site, we now have 2 allotment sites, but also community orchards and beekeeping projects and livestock cooperatives. And each of those is like its own growing project, exchanging good practice and growing tips and community. And we've extended that across quite a lot of the valley here now, the lower reaches of the Tamar, and we're going further up into the upper catchment. And it really is the allotment model scaled up and then networked and nested inside a larger system of local food production.
We can be self-supporting, and with any profit we generate, of course, that then helps us support other projects, allocate some of our resource to mentor or what have you, or provide training opportunities for people from other organisations.
People don't necessarily have the opportunity to mix with people from different cultures, and a lot of people on the course have said they really valued that chance to mix with people and some of their neighbours where they wouldn't normally have opportunity to do that. And I think food growing is a very good way to do that, because you've immediately got something in common. Even if you've got quite limited English, you can talk about vegetables or exchange knowledge that you've got about seeds, so it's an easy way for communication.
You can't really dictate to people about who they should mix with, how they should get on. But if you have a project that is a common purpose, a reason that actually people want to come together, you automatically form really what is a sort of, you could call it a shared space. And when people get into a shared space, then there's equality. And that's what's happened.
I think having a program like this has really helped me to meet other people, like-minded people, and broken down barriers and helping me to make new friends and being able to talk about things I'm interested in, which otherwise I probably wouldn't have had the opportunity to do.
So not only have we brought members of the community who don't have any gardens, we've also brought in large-scale landowners and local estates. And I think it's that breadth which we're bringing together with the aim of providing a local food system that's sustainable. I think that's appreciated locally.
And wake you with the sun like a star.
Maybe people, how they're viewing their community in a wider sense, they might have quite a narrow experience. So they're walking around, they might know people, so they can say hello, and just the connection with nature, I think, is really important in a very sort of urban, built-up environment is important. But the personal connections are key. I think the sort of social contact, making new friends that you'd never normally have the chance to do.
It's not only just like a cafe where people can come and eat, it's a place where people can kind of inform one another, converse, educate one another, and we can use this as a place where maybe they'll go and eat to fuel their stomachs, but then they're fueling their minds, they can go off and kind of use what they've learned here to spread messages and make Bolton a better place.
I think just calling things a food project in a sense can be quite reductive, because it's about so much more than that. You know, people grow food, get exercise, bring communities together, reduce crime. So while the food itself is obviously incredibly important, it's that wider resilience that it helps spread that I think is really, really inspiring, in that it changes communities, not just in the way they view food, but how they view themselves and how they view the people around them. But I think food is just such a wonderful catalyst for that, because it's that starting point that we all share.
I lied when I said goodbye, it's true. I'm holding on to you like a star in the sky, floating up so high. I'm gonna fall for you, catch me when I do. Not a day drifts by without an evening sigh from me. I close my eyes to see when the fireflies light up the darkest night. I'll come and wake you with the sun like a star in the sky, floated up so high. I'm gonna fall for you, catch me when I do, like a star in the sky, floating up so high. I'm gonna fall for you, catch me when I do. You're good for me, so sweet to me. Can't wait to see you falling just like me. Like a star in the sky, floating up so high. I'm gonna fall for you, catch me when I do. Like a star in the sky, floating up so high.